awareness because one of the things that I was getting ready to do a comedy spoof where we follow people around with prank guns and prank stuff, but not to do it to them, but they're on their cell phones, and you like shoot at them fake with the fake gun, and you like do all this stuff. But it shows that average of when you walking, you don't see nothing around you for an average of 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. And do you know how many rapes can happen in that? I thought that was scary when they said that when we walking on them cell phones and texting and walking, that was your attention span. And then you can't even refocus if you own something that you've been doing on there. To refocus to say that somebody is going to attack me actually is a brain power that you have to switch to go into defense mode, and I didn't know that either.
That's right. Well, your number one tool for self-defense is in between your 2 ears right here, right? Your brain. Specifically, your part of your brain is your intuition. I believe God has given us, every single person, a sense of intuition when something is wrong. And we absolutely 100% have to pay attention to that, right? We cannot dismiss it. What we do is we dismiss it. Oh, I'm just judging that person. Oh, I shouldn't think bad about that. That's just me. That's just me. No, I believe with 100% of my heart that intuition is a God-given gift. There is a book by a man named Gavin DeBecker. He's a criminal analysis expert, and he analyzes all kinds of criminal cases, stalkers of celebrities, of government officials. He's a really big name guy, right? And he has a book called The Gift of Fear. And this is not for the faint of heart, but it talks about fear. I'm not talking like anxiety or panic. I'm talking about a fear like something is wrong, something is evil. And the whole entire book is about women that listened to that and did something, and women that didn't listen to it, did something. And he is convinced that every crime, whatever it is, there's a subtle, subconscious thing that goes off in us, and we know something, right? A good friend of mine, Detective Robbie Vidmar, she coined a phrase called creepdar. Creep, radar. Put it together, creepdar. Anybody been around creepy people? Mm-hmm. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. We need to pay attention to that. When that beep's going on, we need to listen, we need to think, and we need to take action. And the cool thing about this book, Gavin DeBecker, he goes through that even our intuition gives us an action plan. Gives an action plan what we should do. Who should we talk to? What should we do? We've taught thousands and thousands of kids and adults self-defense in Colorado, what we used to learn. And we used to talk about that when we feel something is creepy, we need to go to somebody. The thing we used to teach is stranger danger. How many of you guys remember stranger danger? Mm-hmm. Erase that off your brain. Because the thing is with kids, most kids are assaulted by between 70 to 90% of all predators are people that you know them. Mm-hmm. In your family, neighbors, whoever. Right? And so stranger danger.
I never liked that.
No.
I never liked it, even as a kid. And I wondered if it was based on my own experience, because I'm like, all my people are not no strangers, and I used to say that even at 11. Well, I thought that was crazy. I'm like, strangers are usually not the people trying to do nothing.
Well, most predators try to gain your trust, especially with children. They try to gain your trust. They try to let you know that they like you, which causes you to like them. And that's what happens in children. And children need to do this. Children need to know this intuition, this instinct that God's placed inside of them. But the other thing is if a child is in a dangerous situation and they believe stranger danger, and they're like, all these ladies are strangers. I can't go to them. So they go and hide under the table, or hide, if they're in a park, hide behind a tree. They don't go for help. Where if children knew that you can decide who you're going to go to, and that same intuition that we have, children have, and they will pick a nice lady. Oh, this nice lady over here, she looks like she'll help me. And they know instinctively. But if they have inside their heart that stranger danger is wrong, they're not going to choose somebody that will help them. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? So that is our number one tool that we use is intuition. And really, intuition, and Janice, you would agree with us, use that in business too, right? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It is a thing we need to listen to, and I believe this is the Spirit of God, especially if you know the Lord. Mm-hmm. It is the Spirit of God to help you, lead you in the way you should go. All right, so the second tool that we have with us all the time, right, we call it the weapon that never misses, is what you're listening to me right now with my coming from my mouth. My voice, our voice. We have to use our voice. Remember I told you I was kind of mousy? I was kind of really insecure. I'm not confident in any way. And I used to not want to use my voice and let people know what I thought. That changed when I met people that had assaults and people that had victimized and they didn't say anything. We have to let people know. All right, so we're going to do some hands-on things, so everybody stand up. We're going to practice using our voice.
I'm pretty good at it.
All right, so no matter what you have on, you can fight back. You don't have to run and put on your sweats, right? And your outfit. Hold on a second, let me go get some outfit, but whatever you're on. And you can use whatever you're on. You have high heels on? I'll look in the eye. Whatever you have that's around you, you can use. You can use as a weapon. It doesn't matter what it is, a chair, anything you can use as a weapon. All right, so we're going to practice one of the very first, most simple self-defense skills that we teach is called palm strike. All right, so going right to the nose. What happens when you get punched in the nose?
Make your eyes bleed.
Make your eyes water so you can't see.
Right.
The whole idea about self-defense is not to get into a fight.
To get away.
It's to get away and get home to your family, right? I don't want to get in a fight with this person. Anybody. My husband is 240 pounds, 6'3", right? I can take him down. I can totally take him down because I believe it first, right? And I've seen it happen. I've knocked him out accidentally. It was totally by accident.
You stick to that story.
Yeah. And we were practicing. He was pushing me against the wall. We're kind of a weird couple. We practice self-defense, and right, he pushed me against the wall. I was supposed to lock his arms and punch him, but I went like this, right? And I'm going to teach you this forearm strike. And I hit him right across the jaw. He fell down. He was seeing stars. I'm like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And he's like, kill me, right? And he saw stars. And he's like, I have never been hit that hard. He's the martial artist. He's never been hit that hard in his life. And the thing is, I knew I hit him, but it did not hurt me 1 ounce. I had no mark, nothing. I just used what I had inside of me. So we're going to talk about that. All right, so palm strike. Do we want to hit with number 1 or number 2?
Number 2.
Right, because that's by your arm, right? Fingers break with 7 pounds of pressure, right? So we want to hit right in the arm. The next thing you want to do, God gave us his awesome hips. This gluteus maximus is an amazing muscle that we have and we're supposed to use. So how do we use it when we do a palm strike? Well, what we do is we step forward. Our power starts in our toes. It goes up our legs, through our torso, out through our hands. That's how we do self-defense. We use our hips. That's what I did when I turned. Boom! I used my awesome gluteus maximus, right? That's what I use. I use my hips. That is one of the principles for women's self-defense, is that you use your hips. And when you step forward, you are multiplying your energy, you're multiplying your power many times. You could never figure out how many, but so many times. So when you step forward, aim for their nose, but you don't just stop at their nose. Okay, I know that this is going to be a little bit graphic. You guys are tough, ladies, so I know you can take it. You want to push their nose back into their brain.
Ooh.
Okay, because we are all nice people here. All right, we have an enemy that roams about seeking whom we may devour.
Yep.
All right, we have an enemy, and we are called to defeat him. We are trained. One of my favorite scriptures in Psalms 144:1, it says, "He trains my hands for war." He trains my hands. I think God's all about fighting. I really do. I don't think he's meant for us to be passive. I'm sorry if that's how you think, but I don't think so. I think we're supposed to be. So here's what we're going to do, and actually Brenda's going to help me demonstrate. And since there's not very many people, we're going to all
get hurt before this is over.
All right, so what we're going to do, I'll demonstrate real quick. We're going to step forward.
I'm not graceful.
Palm strike in a hand. Okay, and we're going to yell. One of my favorites is back off. All right, so.
And I can't say, oh.
We can be noisy. Okay, here's what you do. Step forward, hold it, back off! Okay, you let them know. In karate, there's something called a kia. Whatever the kia is a karate yell, it means spirit yell. It means from way down deep inside, you mean what you say, and you're gonna back off, buddy, and you're not gonna hurt me. You have to mean it. You know, like how we discipline our kids, right?
Yeah.
They know if we mean it or not.
Yeah.
Right, if we're like half-hearted, we're not gonna really enforce what we're saying, they're not gonna obey. Okay, and that's what, in self-defense or in anything that you have to put your foot down and have boundaries in your life. You have to mean it. All right, so it's a step forward, palm strike, back off. All right, so Brenda, ready? So right here. Okay, ready? Back off. Awesome. Okay.
What was your leg?
The same leg that you're gonna palm strike with, I want that foot forward, okay? That's where the power is.
We all
Ready?
need to palm strike.
Yep, y'all are going to. Back off. Awesome, very good. All right, and stay there.
Oh,
You got this, you got this.
I said you can do it.
It's more stepping space, so I can put my back off, right?
Oh, I bet.
Can I say get out?
Absolutely.
Yeah, with the skill.
No, I can't, the finger thing, because I feel my fingers kind of flingy out, I feel like I got these toes, you know? See, it's like this?
Yeah.
Why is it? This part, okay. His nose is that big line.
Yeah.
Side. I feel like it's up in his brain. Keep my back off together. This is like.
Why haven't you do this? How
So
many
you
of you
know
have
your
ever hit
strength.
anybody in your entire life? Except for spanking your children. Spanking your children doesn't count.
This is
I
small.
forgot what it does. Coming through me all this. Listen to me, it feels different hitting something.
Yes.
It's a little bit shocking, like I can actually do this. And that's the whole thing about understanding, I can do this. I can defend myself. You really can. And I apologize if any of you are in a situation right now, or if you have in your, I've taught lots and lots of people. And I've had people have flashbacks when we start talking about this. You know, and if that's you, just don't. Okay, because I understand that. You know, I had a woman in my class that my husband was working with her, and she had a flashback. And she's like, what is that? She was molested by her grandfather when she was 3. She forgot about it. This lady's 40. She's 40. She did not remember until my husband was working with her, and she had a flashback, and she's like, what was that? She knew there was something wrong, but she didn't know what it was. So she started going to counseling. She stayed in our class. She remembered everything after counseling, after working through it. She went back to her hometown. Her grandfather had died since then and confessed to her family, and there was many other family members that had the same issue. It changed history.
Wow.
Changed history. That's powerful. Even though it's really hard to face those things. It's super hard. But you know you have power. You have power that Janice was talking about. We are extraordinary. We have so much power inside us. God has given us so much, and we can fight back. So that's why I just want you to feel it, okay, just for a minute.
Yeah, that's it. Get that chair out your way. Don't
Take
hit.
the shoes away from you.
She's
gonna try to take those shoes. You gotta take those shoes. Back off.
Nice.
There we go.
It's okay?
It's trim. Just take that.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
Back off. Nice. Use that other foot, girl. Back Very good.
I know. I love the throw.
Sure, that's you want to.
I got big back.
Awesome. You want to do a sitting? Sure.
This look like somebody got whooped.
Back off. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Okay. So real quick, I know my time is probably almost done. Yeah. Give it over a little bit. I told you about forearm strikes, okay? Forearm, it's the same principle. We probably won't do this because, but you guys can practice at home. You have to, the thing about self-defense, you have to remember it. You have to remember some key things. And principles are stepping forward, right? Stepping forward. Brenda, can I ask you, I'm going to show you one more thing. Brenda,
Sorry, daughter.
let's say I'm as big as my husband, 240 pounds, 6'3", huge, massive construction guy, right? Very strong. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be the
Oh, you're gonna be him.
Okay, so what happens? I'm gonna go go on this side, so I don't have your
Once
hands.
we're cold.
I know, I'm always cold. What happens, I'm this big guy, she's probably stronger than me because she's lifting weights and I haven't done karate for about a year. Okay, so, but I'm a big burly guy, right? And I grab her, what's your first instinct? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna pull and yell.
Yeah, but what if I'm a big guy?
You're gonna jerk me that way.
Who's in control?
You.
What can she do?
Kick him in the.
That's right, she stepped forward, way to go. Right? She built that power.
Yeah.
She built that control. When you're pulling away, one more time, Brenda, I'm just gonna demonstrate this. Okay. What is the number one initial attack that happens to women for an assault? The initial.
Grab the purse.
Grab
the hair.
Yeah.
Criminals are cowards.
They look for the ponytails, is that true?
They attack from behind, yep, and they pull down. Now, if she goes forward, but then what is she gonna do? She's gonna be pulled to the ground, there's a ground fight, whole other thing. You can fight on the ground, you can fight against the wall, you can fight against a corner. You have to decide to fight, okay? But there is the same principle about going towards, all right? So this is, you can practice with your daughters or whoever. So when she goes towards, right, when she goes forward and I got you, right, what she's gonna do, she's gonna turn to the left, go towards me, duck underneath my arms, and she gets away. She gets away. She can do a palm strike if she's going by.
less hairs, but you're good.
Okay, so how do I do that, like if he pinches my hair from the back?
What would he do to the back of you?
He probably grab me right here, like grab
He'd
me.
grab your collar.
Yeah.
He'd grab your collar.
Mhm.
You know, or like a hoodie or something like that, whatever, you know, those kind of things. He'd grab from you behind. But the thing is, there's a whole different thing about awareness. We talk about being aware and using your intuition. And when you're actually grabbed, whether it's the hair, arm, whatever, you have to break that power, okay? And going towards. And the reason, we always practice one way. We have muscle memory, right? We always practice to the left and go underneath because 9 out of 10 people are right-handed. All right, so it's always going towards, right? Another principle is circles. All right, so if I grab her hair and she turns, whatever, and I'm still holding, she's gonna keep turning in circles, right? And keep going, right? She's gonna go in circles, right? And confuse the whole, the head got it.
What the heck is this called?
You do the unexpected,
Yeah.
and you fight back, and use your.
You're saying that's unexpected to them, for them?
Yeah, what is it? Because they want to follow you.
You see the parking lot, you know, some woman's twirling around, you know, call 911.
Well, because it's all about confidence. Our pastor from Austin, he grew up here. And when he was a kid, he's the middle of like 4 boys. His mom, someone jumped in her car to hijack her. And she just was like, I don't care, you can have a ride, but I ain't taking you wherever. I got 400 boys at home, so we're going to my house. You can come eat with us if you want, but I ain't going wherever you want to go.
Right.
And he was like, okay. Like, and so he went to eat with them. Because it's all about confidence. If you have that confidence, you can't be victimized because they're afraid of it. That's the whole thing, is it's about intimidation.
That's right. You have to have that confidence and mindset and know that you can. Most women don't know that they can, so they don't. Quick story, there was a lady, I was sitting, actually my tire got flat, I was in a grocery store, and she knocks on the window, because we used to have karate and fight like a girl in our vehicles, and she's like, I have a fight like a girl story, and I'm like, okay, let me hear it. She went to a mall, right, and she had coupons, she was going to go to Joann's Fabric or some fabric store, right, and she left her coupons in the car, she was with some friends, she went into the mall, she came out, and her van was parked here, she had to walk around this side. So as she was walking around this side, a guy came here, he's like, hi, how are you? And then there was another guy that came this way. They were going to rob her or whatever they wanted to do, right? You only have a second. That's why today I'm not encouraging you to make that decision. She only had a second, and she was like an older lady, you know, and not really strong or physical fit or anything like that. She turned, threw her arms up like a barrel horse, like going through, and she walked over that guy. He fell, broke his jaw, and he's screaming and ran in and called the police. Right? Because she knew she could do that. She knew that if she fought back and she barreled away, she went towards. And it went, because she knew she didn't have any choice. There was one guy behind, one guy in front. Right? So you guys have all the power that you need.
Is the going toward the same as like when you having a car wreck and they say steering the way that the car is trying to go to control the car? So would it kind of be the same thing? Going the way that the predator is trying to, like go the way they're trying, like opposite of what they're trying to do, go with the flow, the wreck, like the car spinning out of control.
Kind of.
Go with the loss of control, and that way it takes away their control. I always like try to.
Yeah. They have force over you, so when you go towards them, you break that force, right, over them. So, all right, so we're gonna go real quick into, and I'll make this short now, a leadership portion that Janice has asked me to do two different things, the self-defense and then the leadership. But I am a John Maxwell coach, trainer, and speaker, meaning I work one-on-one with individuals that want to go to a whole new level with their life. And coaching by far is the number one way to do that. If you want to achieve specific goals, have someone in your life that will speak into your life, that won't be afraid to ask you hard questions, that will give you another mind strategy to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And so that's kind of what I do. I do that with businesses also. But I'm going to teach you in a short amount of time one specific skill that allowed me to increase my business by 400% in 1 year. And so in just a few minutes, I'm going to do that. But so it's very important that you have a takeaway, right? And that's what I look for in all your speeches. I'm like, okay, what can I take away from this? Because I always want to be growing. I always specifically, I have a growth plan for my life. As a coach, I need that. But I also encourage all my clients, you need to have a growth plan. You have to grow. There's a law in the universe, a law of inertia, that everything's always moving. And you're either moving forward or you're moving backward. Even this building. This building was built, at one point it was built up, but now what's it's doing?
Decaying.
It's decaying. It really is. We're either building up no matter what it is, or it's decaying. And so we have control over that in our spirits, and even our bodies. We can build up our bodies, we can build up our spirits, we can build up our emotional health, like Anastasia do, to make us better and make us stronger, right? And that's what being a leader is. All right, so what is a leader? Can someone tell me a leader that you've had in your life? We can think of that has, Karen, you have someone?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother, why is she a leader in your life?
Taught me how I wanted to be.
Taught you how you wanted to be.
Yeah, the kind of person that I wanted to be.
That is awesome. Anybody else have someone, Anastasia?
I have a good friend by the name of Bernard Cher, and he constantly tells me that I'm great and that his expectancy of me keeps me doing comedy, because he has like this whole list of things from when I began doing comedy, and he constantly reminds me where I came from. So he says, you're not going to stop, you're going to keep going.
Awesome. Very good. Anybody else have someone? Brenda?
I've talked about earlier, Chad, my best friend, and he's not only my mentor when it comes to my personal training and my career, but he was also, or is, my spiritual mentor. He's the one that helped me really find a good relationship with Jesus, and he constantly pushes me towards opening my eyes to different realms, whether it's being a better Christ follower, whether it's being just a better mother, or I'm very blessed to have somebody like that.
That's so wonderful. So all three of your examples, you didn't say, well, they were my boss. You didn't say they were the CEO of my company. You did not say that they were the supervisor or the manager. You said that they added value to your life. And that is what a leader is. John Maxwell, his definition of leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. So you can have a title. You can be a CEO, you can be a president of a company or a president of a nation or a boss. And is it possible to not be a leader and still have those titles?
Yes.
A title can buy you some time.
Yeah.
But time will tell if you're really a leader. So absolutely, a leader is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. That is the key principle in the John Maxwell team. John Maxwell, if you don't know, does anybody not know who John Maxwell is? Okay, he is, no, that's totally fine. I didn't introduce him. He is an international leadership expert. He's known as the top leadership expert in the entire world. He's written 73 books, sold 17 million copies. He works with clients like the NFL, West Point Military Academy, Chick-fil-A, Microsoft. He is a he is very, very knowledgeable. He's been studying for leadership for over 50 years. And he has created a team, as Janice is part of the team, and I'm an honor to be part of the team. And his team is amazing, and the quality of the teaching and support and the materials is, I believe, bar none. It is so excellent. And so that's why I had joined the team. But yes, a leader is someone who adds value to your life. It's not their title. It's not their position. It could be, but they need to meet that standard. Is that right? We had a little boy in our school, and his name was Stefan. His dad took him to the school, and he said, Stefan has problems with discipline. He does not listen to his mom. He does not listen to me. He said, I need you to be hard on him. And I smiled at him, and I said, I understand that. I said, however, in our school, I said, if I was to yell at Stefan, right? If I was to make him do push-ups, if he would not listen to me in class, if I was to make him do the invisible chair, right, for a couple minutes, right? If I was to demote him, take his belt color that he had earned off, he would listen to me while he was in class. He would do what I say in class, but when he walks out that door, he is not going to be any different. He's going to disrespect his mom. He's going to not behave in school. He is not going to obey you. The dad was gone a lot. He traveled for his job. He said, I'm sorry, that's not how I function. I want to make a lasting influence on his life. Unfortunately, he was only in our school for a month, and I couldn't do anything about him. There was another little boy, his name was Shane, and he was more shy than I was. He would not look at me, had his head down. I'd see him around town, he wouldn't say anything to me, he wouldn't talk to his fellow classmates, nothing. His mom faithfully brought him to the school 2 times a week for 4 months, doing that. He would participate, he would do the little obstacle course, he would punch, he would do things, but he would not say anything. Well, one day Shane was at one of our punching bags. It seemed like an eternity he was standing before it. He was looking at it, and he was looking at me, and I had taught them I wanted to do the Kia, the spirit yell, right? And so he stood there, and I was like looking at him, and all of a sudden Shane goes, yeah! The entire class rolled over and laughing for like 5 minutes. We couldn't believe that Shane did that. Well, that summer, Shane's mom enrolled him in swimming lessons, and he did great. He went on to kindergarten that fall, and that was the reason why she was pushing him so much, because she knew he would not last in kindergarten. He did great in kindergarten, did awesome. Eventually he left karate, and I would see her around town as he was growing up, and she said, from that day forward, he has never had any problem. That's the kind of influence that I want to have on people's lives. That's being a real leader and adding value and helping them where they're struggling. That's the kind of leader that I want to be. All right. Grab my stool here real quick.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Okay, Brenda, help me get it.
You're on the hook here.
I'll give her her salary afterwards. So, that being said, that as a leader, we add value. All right, so if I'm Brenda's supervisor, right, and I'm doing this, just go with me, right?
All right.
So I'm saying, Brenda, you didn't get that, you didn't get that assignment, you didn't get that assignment down. What is wrong with you? Okay, I need you to work double time tonight. All right?
What am I
And I am being a manager, I'm pushing her down. And this happens all the time in companies. Does it happen in a company you work for?
Oh, yeah.
They tend down. What's happening? I'm pushing Brenda down. Okay, I'm not helping her as a person, I'm not adding value. Am I being a leader?
No.
Not at all. Right? What's happening to me is I'm pushing her down.
You going down too?
I'm going down with her. Exactly. But what happens, I'm saying, okay, Brenda, awesome, good job. I understand you didn't finish that. What can I do to help you? Right? I know you can do it. I believe in you. You're awesome. Right? What happened?
I'm looking her up.
And what happened to me?
You are.
Okay, so now Brenda and I are even, right?
That's the best analogy I've seen in business leadership.
Right. Watch this. Now we're even. I want her to do better because I know it's inside of her. What do I need to do?
Keep talking.
Keep yourself.
Right? Okay, Brenda, right, let's go up higher. All right, we can do this. So as I grow,
You bring her with you.
I bring her with me. Because I know that leadership is all about influence. It's all about adding value. It's not about lording over. It's not saying, come with me. No, it's saying, I'm going up, you're coming with me. I'm going forward, I'm going this way, I'm going with you. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
What do you do when you have people that you're trying to pull up in your life and they ain't never dead weight, they keep pulling you right back down?
So hang out with them.
That's right, it's like you really
You have to choose who you're gonna hang out with, because you are the 5 people that you hang out with, that's who you are.
Choose your perimeter.
Right.
There's people in that perimeter that sometimes it's family.
Hold on. Hold that
You have to shelve them because they're not being a positive influence.
thought. Hold that thought. You said the 5 people I hang with, that's who I am.
Yeah.
Ain't got but one homie. It's gonna be 4 more people to make this look better.
You have to have boundaries. You have to decide who's gonna influence your life, right? Like I have a few friends that really influence me because I see the fruit in your life. The Bible says you'll know them by their fruit. Doesn't matter what comes out of their mouth. It's the fruit that's out of their life. And that's how I pick my friends. And that's how I encourage my kids to pick their friends. What fruit is really living out? You can say all kinds of good things, and if you're not bearing good fruit in your life, you really aren't that kind of person.
You can rebuild your circle too, right?
You can, absolutely. I'm like, God, give me some good friends. Give me friends that are going places. That's what I pray for. In I was in charge of I had a number of classes in our school. We had a school in Colorado, and the little dragons, those are the little kids, 3 to 7 years old. They were so incredibly cute. But when I first started out, here's what I'm doing. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. It was like herding cats, right? It was impossible. Well, one day I figured it out. You know what? I'm just going to do this thing, right? And I became a leader. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Here we go. It didn't matter that they weren't following me. They eventually realized she's the leader. She wants to teach me something. I'm going with her. And my life became a lot easier when I was a leader. When I was lifting up, I was going forward. Okay, so I told you I was going to tell you my number 1 trick that increased my business by 400%.
Oh, I got that wrote down.
We in our school in Colorado, we had a very successful private school. After 4.5 years. 4.5 years, we poured money into it. We were paying so people could come. It was ridiculous. Bad business plan. Don't do that, right? Do something else. Well, we discovered a business mentor. We got a business coach. And it changed everything. In 1 year, we went from putting money in to we increased 400%. And we had all kinds of opportunities coming our way, all kinds of people calling. It was really great. It was really, really awesome. And this one thing is what changed us. And I had to practice. I was like a robot when I was practicing this. I'm like, okay, is this going to work? But once I finally got it, it really, really changed everything. It's communication. And everybody communicates, right? Everybody communicates?
No.
Some better than others.
John Maxwell has a book that's called Everyone Communicates, Few Connect. So the thing was I connected. I connected with people. I really connected. What I did, okay, so I want you to reach in your purse or just on the table and take out your imaginary duct tape. Right? Everybody take it out. 5 inches. Ready? Smile at your neighbor. This is what changed everything. We stopped talking so much.
That's right.
We started listening and connecting with people. We really did. We started asking questions. Before this, when people would come into our school, we would say, and this is all about leadership. This is a key of leadership. This is a law of leadership. John Maxwell, Janet and I were talking about, he has like 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. He has laws that work every time. It's not like a law of do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this. It's like this law, right? The law of gravity.
Doesn't change.
It works every time. So if you follow the laws, right, the laws of leadership, since John Maxwell has been in it a long time, he has tried and tested these laws. He teaches them to people because they work in your life. So if you put the laws in your life and you start activating them, you start building those skills. Just like when I lifted up Brenda, people will be lifted up. Your business will increase when you increase the skills. All right, so one of the laws is the law of connection. When you connect with people, you become a leader in their life. When you stop talking so much, right, and you start listening to them. Because why would someone come to Brenda's business? They want to get in shape. They want to feel better. So when we listen to their needs, we listen to what they're saying, then we can meet their needs, and then we can talk. But if we don't listen, we're gonna miss the boat. And that's what we did. People would come into our karate school and they're like, yeah, I have a 7-year-old, I want to put them in the karate. Oh, well, let me tell you, we have this program, and they can do this, they can do this, and we can do this, and we are like this, and this is how long we've been in it, and we know this, and this. We stayed stuck for 4.5 years. So we changed our tactics. When people would come in, they go, I have a 7-year-old that wants to do karate. We're like, really? Why is that? Why does he want to do karate? Why do you want to put him in karate? How many other children do you have? What else does he like to do? We started asking questions and really being into their life. It changed everything in their life. It really did. When I applied this principle to my marriage, it changed everything. You know, I know not everybody's married, but when I would talk a lot to my husband. Well, I started practicing this with my husband. He started opening up in areas. It improved our marriage by many, many, many percentages. When I started doing this with my kids, especially teenagers, I stopped talking so much and telling them what I thought, and I started listening to them. It was an amazing thing. Is our time up, Jen?
Almost.
Okay. We started listening to them. How many of you guys have a friend that talks all the time? Anybody have a friend? I have a friend that
I
talks.
have friends.
What about?
Hold on. I have a friend that talks all the time every time I'm with her, right? And she complains all the time she has no friends.
Sorry.
I really like her, but it's exhausting being around her.
Yeah.
Right, so that was going to be my next question. Don't raise your hand, but are you the friend that talks all the time? If you want to have more friends, listen more. You will be more of a leader over their life. Because you are a rare individual if you listen. Because everybody wants to feel important. Everyone wants to feel special. Right? And how do you feel special? When someone's listening to you and really genuinely interested in what you are interested in. Right? This principle has changed my life. So at first I had to quiet, stop. You know, okay, I'm going to ask about their family. I'm going to ask about in business. I'm going to ask about their organization, what they do for business. I'm going to ask about maybe what they like to do for recreation. I'm going to ask them what their mission in life is. I had to physically change, but it got easier and easier and easier, and I got more and more and more genuine. And it changed everything. And it's helped my business ever since. I obviously need to work on my 30-second commercial, but I listen. And I really, really genuinely care about people and hear what they have to say before I tell them what I want to say. If I ever tell them what I want to say. If I find a need, if I'm like, okay, maybe my solution, what I have, can meet their needs. But if I don't see any connection, why should I tell them, right? Depends on where the conversation goes. But start listening to people. It will totally change your life. My husband went shopping with my 18-year-old son in the store in South Lake. He was looking for a leather jacket. So he was over there, Stephen was over there, and Paul, my husband's name is Paul. He was standing there, and a salesperson came up and said, hey, can I help you? And he goes, I'm just hanging out with my son. He was looking for a leather jacket. There was a salesperson working with him. And Renee's like, oh, well, over here we have these green pastel shorts. My husband is a t-shirt and jeans guy. I mean, to get him to dress up is like twisting his arm and doing a karate move on him, right? Right? So these green plaid pressy shorts, t-shirt, jeans guy, she wanted to sell him. What did it make my husband think?
She's not paying attention to me.
She didn't care about him, she just wanted to sell. Did that make him want to buy anything?
No.
Did that make him want to go into the store?
No.
Not only did he not want to go in the store, he told me about it. Right? Maybe he told other people, it's like, they didn't care about them. Maybe if she met his needs and let him shop with his son and supported his need and what he wanted, he might be more apt to go into the store and give him his patronage. Right? To see how that is, meeting people's needs. So, we talked about leadership is all about influence. Nothing more, nothing less. It's adding value to people's lives. So if you want people to follow you, whether it's in business, family, friendships, associates, right? Influence their life. Add value to their life. In order for you to go to the next level, right, you got to grow. You have to work on those skills. John Maxwell has a ton of books. I mean, there's all kinds of people that have books, but work on your skills every day. If you're not growing, you are dying. You know, really. You need to work on your skills every day. Build yourself up so you can go up and you can raise people up. And then my number one tip Skill set is to communicate, connect with people, and make a difference in their life. So thank you so much for talking to me.
Miss Michelle?
Yes.
Q&A, yes.
You can ask a question?
How do you, like, I'm, because of who I am, I'm trying to learn how to balance my conversation, because I'll be in the midst of people, and there's a group that wants to hear me talk, but I can also tell, like, my people, like my immediate friends that are with me all the time, they don't want to hear me talk. But like, it's like say for instance, it was a group of y'all, and then they're like sitting right here, and then these like people like totally engaged in what I'm saying, and then they're like, well, can you just be quiet? You already talked about that. I'm like, but they want to hear this. It's not for you. How do you like kind of like try to balance? Because I'm conversational naturally, and sometimes I'll stop talking, and then when I stop talking, the person's like, why did you stop talking? I'm like, well, I felt like I was talking too much, and they're like, no. I was enjoying it, so I don't know when to not talk. So I'm trying to find out, like, is there like where's that intuition button for saying shut up?
Well, you can ask questions to those other people. And you can still be funny and still have your personality and interject, being funny, interject your energy towards those people, but you can at the same time ask questions and be interested in those people. And that will increase your influence. That will increase your leadership in those people. That's what I started doing. And like I said, I had to really work at it because I was used to talking all the time.
Okay, so I'm gonna really work at it.
Yeah, and start listening, and you'll get into more of the flow, right? And ask your friends questions. If you ask your friends questions, they don't want to hear from you, and they see that you're really interested in them, they'll want to hear more from you. That's the cool thing about it. You reap what you sow. You ask questions, and you're interested in other people. They're gonna be more into what they're gonna want to hear what you say. Then they look to you for leadership. You guys agree with that?
Yes, I wanted to say this saying always repeats in my head that my company has always, Beachbody, has always talked about, because we're here to help people. And they always say, people don't care about how much you know. Don't regurgitate through Shakeology and every ingredient in it. They want to know how much you care. So it's not how much you know, it's how much you care.
That's right.
And that's why we're all in what we do, is because we care, right?
That's right. That's right. That's good.
But I'm guilty of it too. So I get all excited. It's a hard balance.
It's a skill. It really is a
For
skill.
chatty people.
It's a
I'm
skill.
just chatterbox. I just eat heavy, so I just like, hello.
It's a skill to learn. I met a person at a party one time, him and his wife, and I was asking them questions. And see, when you start really asking questions, people just tell you everything. They tell you everything about them, which is totally fine. And then we started talking about business, and he's like, well, how do you run business? And I said, well, I really try to connect with people and listen to them. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, what do you know about me? And he went, no, that's your husband. He didn't know anything about me. And I said, what do I know about you? He goes, you know everything about me. And I wanted just to tell you everything. And now he wants to do business with me, because he saw how much I cared, and he wanted those skills. He wanted the skills to be able to communicate. And so my husband and I both have worked really hard at that, to be able to connect and communicate with people. But being aware of it is the first step.
Okay, so since I'm aware of this, I help.
That's not good.
You have to do it.
You're aware of it's helping, but that's not good.
You got this.
That's what everybody says.
Wait, we got all in trouble.
Good afternoon. We are going to just a little bit different. Our Father is omnipotent, and this we can't deny. He's the God of might and miracles. It's written in the sky. You see, it took a miracle to hang the stars in space. It took a miracle to hang the moon in its place. Y'all, when he saved my soul, cleansed and made me whole, that was a miracle of God's love and his amazing grace. So giving thanks and praises to the miracle worker, our Heavenly Father. I am delighted to be with you all this afternoon. And I am ecstatic that miracles still happen. Aren't you?
Yes.
Now, y'all, I'm not just talking about any kind of miracle. I'm not talking about, the Christmas movie, Miracles on Elm Street or Miracles on 62nd Street, whatever the name of it is. I'm not talking about that kind of miracle. I'm talking about a real life, bona fide miracle. You're looking at one. I am a real life, bona fide miracle. Let me tell you why. July 7th, 1998 changed my life forever. I remember that day. It was a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day. There was a warm breeze blowing. You could hear the birds singing. My kids were already up. They had eaten breakfast, done their chores, and they were outside playing with their friends. And notice I said outside playing with their friends. Kids don't do that much this day and time. Outside playing with their friends, and I just began my day. I was cleaning up. I was washing clothes, looking at TV, probably doing more of the latter, looking at TV, because I'm pretty sure The Young and the Restless were on, or All My Children, or Days of Our Lives, one of them was on. And I was watching that. The kids, they began to run back in and out of the house. You know how kids do. They run it back in and out of the house because now they're either thirsty, or they want a snack, they're hungry, or they tattling it on one another, Mama, she's looking at me, he's touching me, they ain't playing right. She's not playing fair, Mom. I said, Calvin, take me away. Take me away. They went on back outside, and an anxious feeling started growing in the pit of my stomach when I remembered I was waiting on a phone call from my doctor. Because you see, the day before, I had a biopsy done of my right breast. Because on a previous mammogram, you know how they say something looked suspicious. Well, I'm the kind of person, I don't worry about a whole lot of stuff. So I shooed that anxiousness right on away and kept on about my day. About midday, the phone rang. The phone began to ring. I ran over and I answered the phone because, I shoot all that out of my system. Wasn't nothing wrong with me. And it was Dr. Reddy. He said, Miss James. I said, this is she. Still in my happy state. This is she. He said, I have the results of your test back. I said, okay. He said, Miss James, the tumor is malignant. Now, I consider myself a highly intelligent person. I consider myself smart. But for the life of me, malignant wouldn't register in my brain. I guess I've been quiet for a little while because the doctor called my name again with a little bit more urgency. He said, Miss James, did you hear me? The tumor is malignant. He said, Miss James, you have cancer. He said, now, do you have any questions for me? I've never had cancer before, so I didn't know any questions to ask, except that one that I wouldn't dare ask, was I going to die? I didn't want to know the answer to that if he knew. And so I mustered up enough strength, and I said, what should I do? He said, well, you need to find a surgeon that will remove that cancerous lump from your body, and he'll lead you farther. And before he hung the phone up, he said, Miss James, I'm so sorry to have called you to give you this kind of news. I said, Dr. Reddy, it's going to be all right. I'm not worried about it. Don't worry about it. It's going to be all right. And thank you for everything that you've done. And he hung up the phone. And I stood there as in shock. And it was like it was a tape recording playing the message over and over in my brain. Say, Miss James, do you understand me? The tumor is malignant. Miss James, And to know the rest of that story, you will have to purchase my book. It's Another Day's Journey. Game changer.
Will you come and read it to me?
I have some books with me. And I am on Amazon.
Did they come in?
Are you audible?
Yes, I am. They did come in, and I do have some books with me that are available, and I will sign them for you.
But you won't read them.
I might just do that. So if you like the first one of these, if you like the first one of these, you can. It talks about God's goodness to me, y'all. And whatever God has done for me, He will most definitely do it for you. It talks about all of my struggles, all of my steps that I went through with chemotherapy, all of that stuff you were talking about. I've been there. And in my book I talk about how it's not about what you go through. It's how you go through it. When I would go to take chemo, me and my friend, it was a party up in that place. Until I got the stuff in my body, then it was over. Okay? But when I went there, you couldn't tell that I was there because I had this dreaded disease called cancer. You couldn't tell that because it wasn't about what I was going through. It's about how I chose to go through it. It got to the point, y'all, that I started telling myself, I got cancer. Cancer don't have me. So I told myself, which means I could have let it go whenever I got ready. But sometimes God put us on paths. And I've said this over and over, we are here as servants. We are here to help one another.
Yes.
And I know some of you know people, you've already said your husband that has gone through cancer or that's going to go through cancer, have already been through cancer. And it doesn't even have to be cancer. It can be anything. One thing about me, I didn't hide. I didn't hide the fact that I had cancer. A lot of people, they hide that fact. I didn't wear a wig. I would wear my baseball cap, some red lipstick, and hoop earrings. And I'd go to school. I was a coach. I told some of you I'm retired now. I'm retired. So I just do it like I feel it now. So I still would go. We didn't have Facebook or all of that kind of stuff. We didn't have social media during that time because this was in '98. But because people saw me, look at how many people prayed for me. Now, on Facebook, boy, you can just throw it on in there that you got millions praying for you. But because I didn't hide, yeah, be careful, pray for you too. But because I did not hide that, a lot of us, we hide behind some of these issues that we have. When there's help out there. When there's help. And I heard your story, y'all, it's all of our stories. It's all of our stories. Janet's always talking about the woman at the well. My goodness, all of us been there one way or another. One way or another. So I want to encourage you. I want to inspire you. Y'all pick this book up. Pick this book up. I promise you, it will bless you. How much is it? It is $10. $10. Got someone today, you can purchase one if you like. Or you can go on Amazon and get it. Because it is on Amazon. I hope they haven't sold out. You guys know this?
I want the audio version in your voice.
The audio version. I need the audio part.
Your voice is engaging.
Well, thank you.
You would be a good griot.
Well, I practice now. I enjoy talking. I'm like you, I enjoy talking. I enjoy helping people. I enjoy telling my story so that it can help someone. I was a teacher and a coach for 26 years. And so I got a chance to just, and I went through breast cancer with my students. I talk about it in my books. Because in the front of the picture, you see me with a basketball. Those are my daughters. Oh my goodness, they played for me. I bet that was horrible for them. I bet that was bad for them. Didn't mean to be so, sorry. And my back's up, sit down a little bit. I've been having some knee problems because I thought I was a hooper and played street basketball and couldn't nobody beat me. And in my mind, can't nobody beat me today, but that's to be debated. But anyway, I want y'all to get that. It will inspire you. And like you, Shell, mine is twofold also. I want to talk to you a little bit about my book and about me going through breast cancer. But I also want to talk to you about this product that that you see here. I have some questions to ask you. And I have some cards somewhere because I don't want to forget some of these questions. But how many of you, or how many of us, we have low metabolism, hard to lose weight? How many of us have low energy? We're fatigued. How many of us here, sometimes we feel depressed or anxious? How many of us here, somebody said something about constipation. Yeah, that was a long time. Constipation. How many of us have trouble falling asleep? And not just falling asleep, but staying asleep. How many of us have unexplained headaches, skin problems, allergies, cravings for sugar, caffeine, got the headache, unexplained soreness, stiffness? Research was done, and research says that 1/3 of Americans say that they don't have enough energy to do a day's work. 85% of adults say that when they wake up in the morning, they're tired. And 53% of adults say that they are sluggish throughout the day. We all fit in one of those categories, if not all of them. If not all of them. And I found out about this product called Plexus. And Plexus is an all-natural, plant-based product. Now, there are a lot of products that claim to be all-natural, and they're not. Because there are some products that have cancer-producing agents in them. Okay? But I found out about this product, that this product is all-natural, and it is plant-based. Okay? And what this product does, it works from the inside out, by getting our gut clean. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. Dr. Oz says that 80% of our health starts in our gut. Did y'all hear that? 80%, can y'all agree with that one? 80% of our health starts in our gut. So it behooves us to have a clean gut, right? So let me tell you about how I found out about this product. 3 years ago, I told you I was a coach. 3 years ago, I was at coaching school, and I was in the Bending area. And this old coach, my daughter and I were in the Bending area. The old coach came up to us. He said, "I want y'all to try a product." Well, when I passed by that product, I saw some letters on there that said weight loss. How many of us like that? We see products that say weight loss, we go crazy. We gonna try them. I done tried so many doggone products and ain't none worked until I found this product. Okay? And I saw a sign that said weight loss, and he said, "I want y'all to try this product. I'm gonna give you a 7-day supply." That's how I really want y'all to try the product. So he gave my daughter and I a 7-day supply, and he said, "I promise you, after the 7th day, you will be calling me back." I said, "Oh, he's mighty sure of himself." And so, we took it. He said, "But I want you to do one thing for me. When you get to the house, I want you to put on your tightest pair of jeans that you have." The tightest pair, he said, those ones that you can't wear no more? The ones that you love, but you can't wear no more. I was thinking, I know just what you're talking about. He said, "I want you to put those on." He said, "And then I want you to do this product for for 7 days. He said, after the 7th day, he said, those same jeans that you tried on that first day, I want you to go back and put them on after you do this product. You know, my daughter and I said, what we got to lose? Okay, yeah, we gonna try. So we get home, put on us these jeans, you know, they kind of right here on me. You know how they do. And this be your favorite jeans. They're your favorite one. Come right here. Can't wear them, ain't worn for years. But y'all like me, I keep that stuff. Yeah, I still keep that stuff. Like, so I kept those because I love those jeans. And then so after the 7th day, I called my daughter. I said, girl, come on, man, let's go and put this to the test. I went in there, got those jeans, went in my bathroom. You could hear me scream around the house because now I could wear those jeans. I said, girl, I said, where's that man calling? We called him right now, we ordering. So I called the guy up and I say, hey, yeah, this stuff works, so I want a supply. And so he said, why don't you become an ambassador? And I said, what's an ambassador? And he said, where you tell people about it and you can make money. I said, oh, no, not me. Don't want to sell anything. I just want to take the product. Don't want to be no ambassador. That's just what I told him. He said, okay, I'll send you the product. So I paid for the product, got the product in, started taking it. Well, in the meanwhile, we moved. And so I lost contact with the guy. Couldn't get my product anymore. And you know, I was upset about it, but I said, oh, well, something else will come along. That came along. And so fast forward in 2 years, I was at school, and a coach's friend of mine said, he said, I want you to go to a meeting with me. I said, okay, what kind? He said, Plexus. I said, oh, most definitely, because that product worked. I've tried it. I want more. So yes, I'll go to the meeting with you. So I go to the meeting, and I get there, and I said, a lot of my colleagues, teacher friends at the meeting, and I'm thinking in my mind, now, y'all should have known I've been looking for this, and here y'all already know about it. So I was going through all of that. But of course, they didn't know because I didn't tell them I was taking Plexus. And so one of my friends was up there. She was giving her testimony about how Plexus had changed her life, she and her family's life, and that she was an ambassador, and that on the business side, her check, school check, Plexus had doubled her school check. I said, say what? Now, I found out about this product 2 years earlier. And I said, say what? She said, yeah. So she was just talking about, how it had doubled her school check, her school salary. And so I immediately signed up for Plexus, y'all. And I am so glad that I did. I don't want to go, I told somebody earlier, I don't want to go a day without the pink drink or any of those products over there. I don't want to go a day without them. Plexus have 16 products, okay? Have 16 all natural products ranging from soreness, stuff for achy joints. That's what I used on that because, I was a basketball star. And so I use it on that. But I want to talk about 3 products, and then I'm going to let you guys ask me some questions. 3 products. It's called Triplex. Okay? And we tell anyone that's getting started with Plexus to get the Triplex. What is a Triplex? Triplex consists of 3 products. Plexus Slim, some of you all have enjoyed that today. The pink drink, Plexus Slim is called a pink drink. It comes in packets that you pour into a water bottle, shake that up, drink you one every morning before you eat anything, along with 2 bowel cleanse pills. What the Plexus Slim is doing is stabilizing your blood sugar. It stabilizes your blood sugar when you drink it first thing in the morning. And then they have bowel cleanse. And you know how women, we always talking about doing what? Going on cleanses. Green smoothie cleanse, yellow, all we always go on cleanses, right? Well, Plexus put it in a pill. And the bowel cleanse pill is not harsh on you where you have to, how when you do green smoothie, you got to stay by the bathroom. These, you do not. These are time released. So in the morning, I take 2 bowel cleanse pills along with my pink drink. Okay? All the Plexus products energize you. And I was telling someone earlier, it's not that kind of energy. You know how when you take diet pills and you get this shaky energy? It's not that kind of energy. It's just a natural energy that it gives you. And then in the afternoon, I take 2 more bowel cleanse pills. You take them around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And at night before I go to bed. So let me tell you, the bowel cleanse. This is important. The bowel cleanse is cleaning your gut out. That's what the bowel cleanse is doing. And you know, it's cleaning your gut out. And so what happens when your gut is clean, that means more oxygen flows through your body. And everybody knows, or if you don't know, I'm getting ready to tell you, sicknesses cannot live in an oxygenated state. Y'all hear me? Sicknesses can't live in an oxygenated state. Okay? And remember, 80% of your health starts where?
In your stomach.
In your gut.
You're good.
Okay? And so when you're taking bowel cleanse is cleaning that out. It's a health system. It's a science, but it's not a diet. It's a health system. That's exactly what it is. And then when I go to sleep, I go to bed about 10 o'clock at night. Well, it depends on what's on Law and Order they're on. I'm staying up to watch them, or Saving Hope. I'm sure I'm going to stay up and watch them. But I go to bed usually about 10 o'clock at night, and I take 2 Probio 5 pills. Now, Dr. Oz, every TV doctor, all our doctors are telling us to get on a great probiotic. Okay? And so the Plexus has a probiotic with 5 strains of probiotic in it. And it's called Probio 5. I take 2 of those when I go to sleep. You take up to 4. And I take it about 10 o'clock at night. Get up for my regular bathroom run about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I feel like I have slept for 8 hours when I get up just to go to the restroom. And I'm wide awake. Guess what? Go back to that bed, catch right on back up with my dream. Go right on back to sleep. Wake up at 6 a.m. There's no brain fog. There is no fatigue. And before I started taking these products, I told y'all I coached. And so when I would coach, and you know, coaches, we have long hours. And so when I would coach, I would leave work about 6 p.m. and then I would get home. I would have to take me a nap before I went to bed. How many of y'all do that now? You get home from work, you got to sit down and take you a little nap before you go to bed, before you cook dinner, before you do anything, because you're that tired. Ever since I've been taking Plexus products, nap, where are you? I don't have to take a nap. And I usually get up at 6 a.m. Yes, ma'am?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay. I usually get up at 6 o'clock every morning, even now. And y'all know I'm what?
Retired.
I'm retired. So I still get up. And I don't take a nap all day long because these products have been the game changer for me. And I want you all to try these products. I put it's a card in each one of your folders. If you have some questions, you can most definitely contact me. My phone number is on there. And I think I have 5 minutes, Jen just said. So does anybody have a question even about Plexus or about my breast cancer story? Either one of those.
Kind of both. So your doctor, did you talk to your doctor prior to you starting the Plexus?
No, I did not. Because it's an all natural product, so it doesn't mess with any medicines that you take because it's all natural. But, you know, as always, you can always talk to your doctors. I was telling someone, we have a lot of nurses and doctors on the Plexus team that take Plexus because of the benefits that they get, especially those that's working those crazy hours, you know, and not being able to get sleep, you know. So a lot of them are on there. And I tell people also, to get this product, you want to join the company. When you join the company, you're not joining to sell anything. You're joining to get the product wholesale.
Right.
So when you join, it's $34.95 just to join the company. With that $34.95, you get a website. And then that's the joining fee. And then you get your 3 products. Those 3 products I just told you about, you get those wholesales. And they are $99 for all 3 of those products. Okay?
Per month.
Per month. Per month. And then what happens is, most time, like I said, you're not taking it to sell it. You're taking it because you want to feel better. What happens is that there are people that will come up to you, your friends, will want to know, what in the world are you doing? What are you doing? I know Janice started taking the product. She said she's gone from 1.5 miles to 2 miles, 3 miles
Per day, yeah.
per day now.
Oh, yes, wow.
And so I'm telling you, these products, they work. I'm a living witness that they do. I don't want to go not one day without my products, just because of the way they make me feel. The energy that I get in the morning, and it's sustained energy. You don't have one of those, what's the thing called, one of them crashes? Yeah, you don't have a crash midday. You are just ready. People say, girl, go sit down. But I'm ready to do it. So do y'all have more questions for me?
It's like, I'm all happy now. She's a minister, I see.
So is there any type of quota, like, just, or is it just that monthly purchase?
It's a monthly purchase.
Okay.
So once you pay the $34.95 and you join the company, and the good thing with Plexus, you can, if you say, I can't get it this month, I'm gonna get it next month, if I can't afford this month, you can always pick up wherever you were. You don't have to start over. You don't have to start over. Once you pay the $34.95, you're good for a whole year, and then then you go and get your product. So you don't have to. And I tell people, if you know some of those signs right back there, it says if we stop trying to be skinny, I can't hardly read it. Kim, read that for me right quick. On the left at the bottom.
Stop trying to be skinny and start trying to be healthy. Your weight will probably take care of itself if you do.
And this is for everybody. I've seen people that weigh maybe 90 pounds. They're not healthy. Not healthy. Not healthy. So, if y'all have anything else for me, if you want to purchase my book, like I said, I have one. I have some.
I'm in love with her. I'll put your book on Facebook.
I did. Did I sell it?
Someone sell.
I really will. It's very easy. It's one thing I can say. I was telling you about joining this company with Janice. I promise you, she will push you to where you're trying to get. Because I have not. And y'all, I told y'all it was 98. I just published this. I met her. I just published this. This book is brand new. It's straight off. It's brand new. I just finished, and I'm on my second book, and it's for teachers. Teaching 101, things that they did not tell me. So I'm on my second book. But I'm in a bad shape. Don't give me a bad rap. Well, I'm just saying, no, that's a plus, because had I not met you, who knows? I might not have done this and gone on for what the Lord, everything in our life is about timing. It's about timing. God has timing for all of us, and we have to live in that timing. And y'all want to be on Steve Harvey, y'all want to be on all those shows, but
I want to see you on there.
So,
Thank you so much.
you're so
I like the word encourage.
push is good.
It's good. Encourage, inspire, right?
Encourage you, we won't do it. If I be encouraged, I won't do it, but push y'all. Hey, evidence is here.
She twisted your arm. It's okay. Go ahead.
That's because she's a coach.
That's right.
You can go one more.
Well, let's take a 5-minute and come back and finish up this afternoon. And we're going to come in and learn about how to buy a new house. House purchases, we can do that. And then I'll learn about Janice. And then I'll wrap it up. How about that? 5 minutes. Thank you so much. It's amazing. And this is what I believe about you. I believe that you are already a coach.
Yeah, I've seen it.
In your heart. And station.
Are you from Lubbock?
Yeah. What made you say that?
Because you said something about your dad being from Lubbock.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm like, what?
My spirit's all too much.
So you know where Brownfield is, right?
Yeah,
That's where I'm from.
Oh yeah, you like my son. water man up in people.
Baby. And you too.
On how they close.
Oh, I did, when you said that, I can't believe it. I'm sorry. And you all, I have a gift for everyone. Did everybody hear that? Oh, they're talking. I have a gift for everyone. Look, you got all free. Look, you're free.
I want somebody.
I want y'all to try this product. Because Janet, you already got one. So I don't get one, right?
Somebody I wanted to ask.
They don't know the first thing.
Okay, and while we're taking our little break, I would love y'all to take some selfies and post them on Facebook for me, please. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
So,
Take selfies.
and post them, please.
Together though.
We need selfie time, Facebook, please.
I'm sorry, I
Selfie time, Facebook.
Yes, we can do the.
Selfie time.
I know,
Oh,
oh, they, do you not have the password?
Okay, so if you go,
Okay.
if you go to get on the internet, choose
All right.
ATT something. ATT.
What a blessed day.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, my daughter said you can come and choose which one you want. She got on me.
It says,
What is it? Oh, I know, I got both.
Yeah, you have that. Yeah, that's what I said.
I got that already,
Yeah. Here, Kim, take a selfie.
For some reason, unless I'm.
like I posted something when I first got here.
Selfie time, Facebook, please.
And I can't get any of my messages.
I gotta go delete some.
And honey,
Pictures?
how many photos do we have so far, do you know?
Storage spaces right now. Delete some stuff.
Kim,
The
see your face. Hey.
I don't know how to do that. I'm like so terrible with phones.
Did you
Like,
get
really
me?
terrible.
My forehead looked like really big earlier.
It's real big, Kim. But you still got to come on.
I was
All
like,
right,
I
come
got
this
it.
way.
I can
Mine
post
does the
it.
same thing.
And then.
So let's get something, all of us.
Let me get this trash.
Can we get a selfie?
It's getting something.
Usually, the stuff automatically come up and you try to go, they get my password's not good. Well, I must be able to filter. It might automatically come through, log in recommendation, oh, here it is, wait.
Any more that guacamole? They can get guacamole.
All right.
Yeah, it's not the one. So it's our phone, it's the phone, for some reason.
Anastasia? Y'all can pick you one of those, things.
Thank you.
Thank-
Just saying.
Where your other hand? My baby on ain't no telling. Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah, look, what a flash of thing get. Good. It's fine, dirty.
Yes, that was good.
Oh, that's where I can't stand phones. I need to go back to the old days. Ooh, they had to stand by the phone.
I know, that's good. Stay out the video, right?
Now we look.
Oh, you said it well too.
Thank you.
Y'all get one of those, get one of those things.
Okay. Okay, one?
Yeah, that
What you said it does your stomach.
ball cleanse. I want plenty of those, 'cause I think everybody wants some of those.
Okay, let me go and,
Plexus ease, what is that?
For like, you know, be like a basketball player like me.
Jesus, real.
are you?
I have to show you.
Look, you said exercise, look, I hear good stuff.
Here, I'm gonna show you.
Okay, let me get you.
Just got them all.
Hey, I do have one on myself and on my thing. Oh my god!
She got her wisdom teeth out Monday, and she's boboed up. So proud.
Hey, I do have one on myself and on my thing. Oh my god!
Is that hilarious?
This is